Let's solve Secrets of Myriad Park. Just like every classic 4-slug game, there's a way to leave your mark, and for this one, it's with statues. To get the Leave Your Mark badge, you just gotta buy a statue of any type. The next badge is really easy, just dive by the hole, also known as the spider. The rest of the puzzles will be obtained by lecterns. Let's actually do a real puzzle now. So over here is a lectern with a beetle on it. Now, this symbol is meant to represent rebirth, and as we know, you can buy a statue of yourself, and I guess that would be considered a type of rebirth. So, to solve this puzzle, all you need to do is find a user with a statue and put their user ID into this GUI, and if the statue is loaded, you should explode. In Myriad Park, the puzzles are meant to be math related. See, the word myriad means a very large or indefinite number or immeasurable. When you first join Mermaid Park, statues spawn around you in a spiral. Using this map that Fluffy Spartans, also known as Mint made, we can see how the spiral changes at the spot 330. A special symbol is placed instead of the statue, and that is the answer to the puzzle. The symbol at this place also means Pluto, and Mint had the theory that the closest dog-related thing to Pluto was the Disney dog Pluto. So now that we're walking to the lectern to enter the code, there's something odd I want to show you guys, which I'm not sure if this was intentional, but this might be foreshadowing, because I'm not sure how this relates to any puzzle here. So this right here is in Caesar cipher, and as it reads, "If I was reborn, I'd go there again. You watched me walk, where did I go?" So, as we know, the lectern answer is 330, but I'm not sure if this actually correlates with the puzzle. I mean, you could be walking the dog, technically, yes, but I think it's kind of just weird to think about. This could be a reference to answers, or at least that's what I initially believed, but I'm not even sure anymore. I might be wrong. So I discovered what that Caesar cipher text means, and it actually makes this puzzle make a lot more sense. So 4-slug statue is right here, and if we go to the Beetle place and put his user ID as an answer, he'll just start walking to the Pluto area. See, he got struck by lightning, and he starts moving. Here's how the map works actually. So this would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3, this would be 4, this would be 5, 6, 7, 8. Then Cappy Blappy would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And it just keeps spiraling out like that. But now that I got that out of the way, let me just enter the code. No explosion this time. Snail was the hardest badge to do because we felt like we were out of leads. But surprisingly, it was simple. Everyone who I contacted that had Snail pretty much forgot how they did it. So it was really hard to track down, so this was the first puzzle I had to actually have help resolving, even though I knew the answer. The only lead we had was Mint's theory, and their theory, surprisingly, was almost correct. I'll show it on the screen right now. The main problem I have with this puzzle is that 4-slug himself said there were multiple solutions, and the issue is, it's been like years since 4-slug's made this comment. He doesn't even remember the intended solution or the other solutions. So I'm gonna mark down at least 2 solutions: the funny number solution and the actual solution. The funny number solution is when you just enter 69 into the podium, and then you get the badge. Well, here is what we believe the intended solution to be. I personally had a problem with the math on this one because Mint's theory had something about ditching the decimal, which it just didn't sound right to me in my head. I mean, I'm not any math expert, but it just didn't sound right to me. But Corky proved beyond a doubt that it's probably what you needed to do. How they proved it is by showing their math. Their math or theory of how you got 69 as an answer. So you take 43 and multiply it by the golden ratio, and then you can either round up or round down and get 69 as an answer. And the only hint we have is in the badge description where it says golden ratio. So it seems like this is the intended solution. And just like the rest of the puzzles, all you have to do is get over here, open the GUI, and enter 69 and get your badge. I need to add some context. We got 43 from the dot position on the map, because 43 is the position where the spiral lectern is with the golden ratio on it. Now that you got all the badges, you might have noticed this lectern over here, and might be wondering what it's for. Well, this is how you originally got the spider badge. This lectern has a symbol on it that's called chaos. If you enter a coordinate like in an y graph, for example, -1, -2, or no, -3, an explosion will happen. And that would have opened up a vent. So the spider used to be underground, and that was before the map change. This place used to look a lot different, but, well, that's no longer the case, sadly. I never got to see the old map, but that's where the spider used to live, and it used to be really cool. It's really cool knowing that this game uses two different, like, position maps. For, like, one using the golden ratio and another one using an XY graph. It's just saddening to know that, well, the spider has just been, or the hull has been, like, deranked to the classic welcome badge. Because the puzzle seems really cool. Too bad, well, this happened to it. Oh, by the way, the explosion thing is pretty much broken. It only allows you to explode one area once per server. So, I did the math, by the way. If you want to blow up my statue, I'll put up the coordinates on the screen right now. But you might have to wait for a while for it to load. You can't really necessarily blow up my statue directly, mostly because of how this game works. From what I can tell, there needs to be equal amounts of statues in all directions for it to update the coordinate plane. If you want a guide to blowing up anything in this game, the user Nerovens has made a map that you can easily use. So, check it out. Blow up anyone you want, I guess. Other than that, I thank you for watching, well, your last thoughts unit of time, and probably the end of the 4-Slug series. I've gone over through like all the puzzles, and I think I've explained them pretty well. At least to the best of my ability. With help and a lot. I might do like make a marathon through all of these at some point. So if you want to watch them all back to back, you can. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Bye!